Hi guys, so today in this video we're going to be exploring with the kettlebell a Jefferson scale variation, doing what I call zone exploration. So with this I'm going to demonstrate a few different approaches to it. I have a platform, depending on how much or how, let's say, range you work through. You could focus just on the spinal segmentation, meaning that you're not folding too much of the pelvis, which is what I will be demonstrating. Or you could treat this more like a conventional Jefferson curl where you continue to fall through the pelvis to then lengthen the back of the legs, the posterior chain. So with one kettlebell, for example, I could use two hands going to flexion of the spine, and this would be my classical movement pattern. I can play with how much I bend the knees. Right now, as I said, I'm not using the pelvis so much. Then I want to explore other regions. So if I remove one arm, I can then begin to add slight bits of rotation with side bending motion. I can allow the shoulder blade to also open up. And then I'm segmentally coming back up, keeping the weight on the same side. I could then also explore the other side of my body. Here I might just choose to add a bit more just lateral flexion. And again, I'm focusing on spinal segmentation, so I'm working on how well I'm able to move vertebrae by vertebrae as I go through these motions. Another thing I'm able to do is apply rotation of the scapula. So I've turned my thumb in this way and it's opened up my shoulder blade into more protraction, allowing me to lengthen the muscles on the back. And again, I can switch arms now, do exactly the same thing, begin to explore variations. So with this, there's quite a bit you can play when it comes to using the shoulder blades with these rotational movements, which will change how you're moving the shoulder blade back here, how it's pulling on the spinal muscles, how it's lengthening them, and that will challenge these areas. This can also now be done with two kettlebells. So, same as before. I can use the two now to also play with using the shoulder blades to open up. It also creates a slightly different pulling force on the spine. When I was working one, it challenged me a little bit more on different areas. I had to work on not allowing myself to compensate. Whereas holding two weights, now I feel everything is a little bit more evenly distributed as I go through the movements. And as I mentioned before, with this exercise, the intent is zone exploration. So it's pretty much about going in various different places, very organic type of motions, out of, say, the conventional movement pattern of what is correct.